It started like any other Tuesday for Alex Carter, CEO of a booming tech company, millionaire by 30, and a single dad raising his 5-year-old son, Liam, on his own. He'd been through a lot in the past few years: the tragic death of his wife, sleepless nights juggling fatherhood and a demanding career, the loneliness that wealth couldn't cure. But nothing prepared him for what he saw that rainy morning at a gas station just outside the city. He was on his way to drop Liam at school. The skies were gray, drizzle painting the windshield as the wipers hummed. Alex pulled in to grab a coffee, barely noticing the beaten-down minivan parked near the dumpsters. But then Liam spoke, softly from the back seat. "Daddy, that lady's crying." Alex turned his head and followed Liam's gaze. What he saw made his blood freeze. There, half hidden behind the rusty van, was a young woman, maybe mid-20s, sitting on the ground. Her cheek was swollen, fresh bruises blooming across her face. Her coat was torn. She clutched at a small, worn teddy bear, alone. Her eyes were wide with silent terror, darting toward the road. But what shattered Alex wasn't the bruises. It was the absence of a child. She looked like she had just lost something precious. She looked like a mother who no longer had her baby. Without thinking, Alex parked, told Liam to stay in the car, and walked over. "Miss? Are you okay?" he asked gently. She flinched. No, I don't know where they took her," she sobbed, almost incoherently. "He hit me. He took my baby, said I'd never see her again." Alex crouched beside her, heart racing. "Who took her? Do you know where they went?" "My ex," she whispered, trembling. "He said he'd kill me if I followed. I just wanted to leave. I wanted to keep her safe." Her name was Emily. She had tried to escape an abusive relationship, grabbing her 9-month-old daughter, Ava, and driving through the night. But he had found them. Somehow. Just as she'd stopped to rest, he had appeared, violent, furious. He beat her. Took Ava. And disappeared. Alex called the police. He gave them every detail Emily could remember. He insisted they involve Child Protective Services. But as the hours passed and no word came, Emily fell into a quiet despair. "You're safe now," Alex told her, handing her a blanket from his car. "You're not alone anymore." She looked at him, eyes red and raw. "Why are you helping me?" He didn't know what to say at first. He could have driven off. Could have ignored her like everyone else had. But something inside him, a father's instinct, maybe, wouldn't let him walk away. "Because if it were my son," he said, glancing back at Liam, who was watching quietly, "I'd want someone to move heaven and earth to bring him back." And so began the most unexpected journey of Alex Carter's life. The police were slow. Bureaucracy thick. Emily's ex had vanished, no known address, no recent activity. But Alex wasn't a man to sit idle. With the help of his private security team, originally hired to protect his company, he launched his own search. He brought Emily and Liam into his home that night. It was massive, a glass-walled mansion overlooking the hills. But no luxury could comfort Emily. She barely spoke. Ate little. Spent her nights curled on the edge of the guest bed, clutching the teddy bear. Still, Liam warmed to her. He began leaving drawings by her door. One showed a stick figure holding a baby, another a house with a smiley sun. "That's you and baby Ava," he said shyly one morning. "When she comes back." Emily choked back tears. Over the next few days, a fragile bond began to form. Alex, always patient, let her take the lead. He let her cry when she needed. Let her scream when the pain overwhelmed her. He listened. Held her hand. And all the while, he worked tirelessly, combing through surveillance footage, digital breadcrumbs, and dead-end leads. 2 weeks passed. Then 3. And then a breakthrough. A gas station security cam in a neighboring state captured a man matching Emily's ex's description, pulling in with a baby in the back seat. The timestamp was from 4 days prior. Hope surged. Alex chartered a jet. Emily begged to come. He said no, he couldn't risk her safety again. But he promised, "I'll bring her home." It took 36 hours, 3 fake IDs, and a tense confrontation with local authorities. But in the end, they found Ava, safe, but crying, left in a rundown motel while the man was out trying to pawn stolen goods. Alex held her in his arms before handing her to the social workers. His heart shattered seeing her confused little face. She didn't know who he was. But she would. She would go back to her mother. When the car pulled into Alex's driveway that night, Emily ran before it even stopped. She collapsed to her knees, sobbing, as Alex stepped out holding her daughter. "She's okay," he said softly. Emily took Ava in her arms and clung to her as if she'd never let go again. Neither said a word for a long time. In the weeks that followed, something bloomed where pain had once lived. Emily stayed. Not because she had nowhere else to go, but because for the first time, she felt safe. She started therapy. Began painting again, something she'd given up when the abuse started. Alex had a sunroom turned into a studio for her. And every morning, Liam would run in with his breakfast tray, one for Daddy, one for Miss Emily, and a tiny one for Ava. The house, once echoing with silence, came alive. But healing wasn't instant. Emily had panic attacks. Nightmares. Days where she couldn't get out of bed. But Alex never judged. He never tried to fix her. He simply showed up, again and again, with kindness, patience, and space to grow. And through it all, something changed between them. It was subtle. The way Alex looked at her when she laughed. The way Emily's hand brushed his when she handed him coffee. The way Liam started drawing 4 stick figures instead of 3. One evening, after they'd put the kids to bed, Emily sat beside him on the patio. "Why did you do it?" she asked. "Why didn't you just walk away that day?" Alex looked at her, his eyes tired but warm. "Because I saw someone broken, and I remembered what it felt like to be broken too," he said quietly. "And I saw a mother who would give her life for her child. I couldn't walk away from that. I wouldn't want anyone to walk away from me if I were in your shoes." She didn't reply. Instead, she leaned her head on his shoulder. And that's how they sat, 2 people who had once been shattered by life, now slowly, quietly, putting each other back together. Today, years later, the world knows Alex Carter not just as a tech mogul, but as the man who redefined what it means to be human in an age of power and privilege. He and Emily now run a foundation together. The Ava Project, dedicated to helping domestic abuse survivors rebuild their lives. It has saved hundreds of women and children. Liam and Ava are inseparable, best friends who grew up in a home built not on wealth, but on second chances. And Emily? She's not just a survivor. She's a mother, a partner, an artist, a voice for the silenced. And every time someone asks her how she made it through, she simply smiles and says, "Because someone didn't walk away."